Good evening, everyone. I want to welcome you to our Sueur City Council meeting dated Monday, April 28th, 2025. This time I'll call the meeting to order, and we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible. Council members, you were all presented with the packet over the weekend. You also received electronically. This time I will entertain a motion to approve tonight's agenda. So thank you, Councilmember Sullivan. Councilmember Schleter seconded. Any other comments, concerns, questions? If not, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are considered routine and have been made available to the City Council at least 2 days in advance of the meeting. These items will be enacted in one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member or citizen so requests. In which event the item will be removed from the agenda and considered in normal sequence. Mr. Roby, do you want to go over these with us?
I would. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Members of council, 3 items on tonight's consent agenda. The first is approval of the minutes from the April 14th, 2025 regular city council meeting. The second is approval of disbursements through today. 3 items within those disbursements are over $25,000. The first, the RDO equipment for pull behind chipper, $90,267.39, which was included in our electric fund 2025 capital improvement plan. The second, to Renesis Corporation, the second payment for the outdoor pool resurfacing, $48,413.75, which was also included in our capital improvement plan for the recreation fund for 2025. And finally, the asphalt to the asphalt zipper company, the side shift and tilt equipment, $30,730.19, which was included in the 2025 Public Works capital improvement plan. And finally, item C, approval of a lawful gambling permit. Yes, it is almost that time of year. The Sueur Rotary Club has applied for their bingo permit for Giant Days 2025.
Nice, thank you. Anybody have any questions regarding tonight's consent agenda? Comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve tonight's agenda, consent agenda. Oh, thank you, Councilmember Schleter.
Second.
Council. Member Williams, thank you. Any other comments, concerns? If not, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to public comment. Public comment provides an opportunity for the public to address the council on items that are not on the agenda. Comments will be limited to 5 minutes per person. Person wishing to make comments must sign up in advance of the meeting on the sheet provided and identify themselves by providing their name and address. Council Member Nelson, thank you. Ms. Let's start with Ms. Anna McGraw. If you'd like to come up and address this, that would be wonderful.
I want to start by saying how disappointed I am by how the last 2 weeks have gone. It's been 2 weeks since I came to this council. I'm very happy to say that a couple of people were really nice and talked to me about some things, and that was really great. Unfortunately, they don't have the answers because they're not the correct people to talk to about it. This town is really lucky to have a couple people in here. Other than them, I've heard nothing. No update from the city administrator, nothing from the mayor. The people who can actually give me information are silent. The mayor did want me to put on record that just before the meeting, he tried to talk to me, which is a little bit too late if I only have 5 minutes before a meeting. So pardon my tartness, as you say. I was told in the last meeting by the mayor that I quote, "Meetings are not for fixing issues." I've run business meetings since I was 13. I have taught the next generation how to make motions, how to take minutes, and how to fix issues during business meetings. A meeting is absolutely where you make plans to fix issues. That is the textbook definition. If you really believe that a council meeting is not somewhere to fix problems, then this is not where you belong. If you don't read emails or return phone calls and you don't fix problems, you shouldn't be on the council. I'm here again to ask what has been done in the last 2 weeks. If nothing gets fixed during the meeting, then I would assume that in the last 2 weeks you've talked about something and came up with some kind of something to tell me. So, Mayor Kirby and Councilor Roby, what's going on? I didn't show up last time just to be disrespected and then ignored. I expect answers and I deserve them. You are paid by this city to do a job. If I decided not to do part of my job, I'd be fired. I'm not going to be ignored and I won't be pushed aside. I'm not going anywhere. So someone might as well talk to me before the rest of my patience wears out. I do also want it in the minutes that I will be calling in the morning and I will be calling for you, Mr. Roby. And we are going to talk about a time that me and you can sit down and you can tell me what's going on. Good, bad, ugly, I don't care. I just want answers and I deserve them. I gave you a chance to contact me. It's been 2 weeks and you failed. So tomorrow when I call, I expect you to take my phone call and we will figure out a time to sit down and talk about it. I'm not an unreasonable person, but when I get ignored, I don't like it. And no one in this city should have to be ignored when they have a problem. And no one should be called pert just because they're speaking their mind. Thank you.
I think the word I used was charge.
Oh, excuse me.
It's okay.
You'd like to correct?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. McGraw, for your comments. I appreciate them. Just one little correction about what you talked about. I did not say meetings are not where we fix problems.
You did.
I said public comment. Public comment is the time for the public to share some views. So, but I hear you loud and clear. When you get a hold of Mr. Roby tomorrow, he will visit with me. Share with him what some of your expectations are, because those were not shared with us when you.
No, because you didn't call me.
And they weren't shared with me a few minutes ago when I asked.
No, because I only had 5 minutes and that was rude to think that I had more than that. I had 5 minutes.
You just shared a lot more minutes. So, but thank you. Appreciate it. Anybody else? We have Annette. Annette is here tonight. Rogers, if you'd like to visit, we appreciate it.
Thank you for letting me speak. I am just here to invite you guys to a public panel that we're having for the city of Sueur. I sent a few of you an email. I didn't have one for you, Kathleen. So I did print off some so you guys can, and I just want this, to be shared here because the residents in Sueur are very concerned about this matter that we're bringing to this public comment. And we invited a few people. We invited Bolton and Mink. We invited some of the city commissioners. And so we're just trying to share, have you guys come and show up. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rogers. If you'd share that literature with us, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, nobody else. I think that's it for public comment then. Moving on to city administrator's update, Mr. Roby.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, the 2025 Street Utility Improvements Project is kicking off this week. First, I'd like to thank all the members of the public who attended the open house. Back on April 17th, we had a good number of residents and business owners from the corridor, as well as council members who attended the open house. I got some good feedback, a lot of really good questions. I want to thank the city staff who participated in the open house as well. We've put all this information out on social media and notices to the property owners affected, but just a quick update on what's happening this week for the kickoff. The phase 1 of the project itself kicks off formally on Wednesday with a road closure for phase 1, which is Bridge Street to just south of Grove Street or just north of Morningside. That will be closed April 30th. The project will proceed generally in phase order. The one component of the project that is consists of the entirety of the project corridor itself at one time will be tree removal. So all impacted trees along the corridor will be removed tomorrow under normal traffic. So there'll be signs where the crews are working, but the trees that were impacted during the project will be removed starting tomorrow, and then the road will be closed starting on Wednesday. We will have weekly construction meetings with the contractor and some subcontractors. Those kick off tomorrow. Those are just internal city staff. And then the residents are encouraged to follow the monthly newsletters and city council meetings, as well as social media for updates on the project timelines. I attended a Family Resource Center workshop in Sueur County, hosted by the Board of Commissioners back on April 15th. The Family Collaborative out of the county was talking about some of the work that they're doing. The EDA had a special meeting, sorry to steal your thunder, council members Sullivan and Schluter, but there was a special EDA meeting last week with Adam Cobley, the owner of Maven, to talk about next steps in his business plan. The LeSueur Business Challenge conducted round 1 of applicant evaluations on April 21st. We have 5 applicants to the Business Challenge, which was great to see. Round 2 will be conducted in early June. This Wednesday, April 30th, and I apologize, I don't have the time in front of me, but Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation will be hosting a Sprout event in Henderson for the opening of the Hummingbird Center in Henderson. So that's Wednesday evening, I think 34, I apologize, but it's this Wednesday. I'll be participating in mock interviews at the high school on March 5th. Arbor Day was to be celebrated today in the city of LeSueur. We have the declaration and everything, and then the weather affected that. So tomorrow afternoon, 1:45 p.m. at the dog park will be the tree planting. So the second graders from the schools in town will be at the dog park, 1:45. The community is invited to attend. Just a reminder to everyone to sign up for Smart Hub if you haven't already. Smart Hub is a quick, easy tool for for everyone who has a utility bill with the city of LeSueur to track their electric and water usage. It's also a way to pay your bill, either manually or set up auto payment. Reminder of the spring cleanup day, Saturday, May 17th. 7 a.m. to noon at the compost site. Again, normally this is at the community center parking lot, but we're hosting it at the compost site this year. And City Council's next meeting will be Monday, May 12th. And just a reminder, as I was reminded at the EDA meeting, the second meeting in May is not going to be on Monday the 26th. It will be Tuesday the 27th. In observance of the Memorial Day holiday on Monday the 26th.
Thank you. I appreciate your report, Mr. Roby. Anybody have any questions for our city administrator regarding his report? If not, that'll take us into the regular agenda. There's only 2 items on there today. First one, item 7A, would be resolution R 2025-027, building good downtown easement agreement. Mr. Roby.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Items 7A and 7B are very, very similar, but they do fall into separate resolutions, so we have them prepared separately on the agenda tonight. This resolution R 2025-027 is related to an easement agreement for a permanent public utility easement placed at the adjacent to the Building Good Downtown's own property in Tiller Place at the corner of Ferry Street and South Second Street as part of the Tiller Place development and as memorialized in the May 2024 development agreement between Building Good Downtown's Tiller Place LLC and the city. The project would consist of the installation of public utilities that would ultimately require an easement. The resolution in front of council tonight would approve execution of the easement agreement, where the easement itself and its legal description would be recorded to the property. The property owner for this specific easement, which is Building Good Downtowns LLC, has agreed to and executed the agreement in front of council tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Roby. Anybody have any questions regarding this item? Regarding the easement? Yes, go ahead.
So from what I looked at the map, it looks like, is that the alley that's in front of Chavadas? No.
No, this is directly across from the library.
Oh, okay, so one block over.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at that and I was like, that's a bad.
Anybody else? If not, with that, I will entertain a motion to approve resolution R 2025-027.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilmember Sullivan.
Second.
Councilmember Schluter seconded. Any other discussion? Comments, questions, concerns? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to item 7B, that be resolution R 2025-028, the Tiller Place easement agreement. Mr. Roby, are you kind of the same, one and the same?
Very similar, yes. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Separate easement agreement. The property owner is different. So this property just to the east of the last agenda item is owned by Tiller Place LLC. Similar situation as part of the same development agreement. Electric utilities were installed to supply power to the development. And as these are public utilities that exist on private property, it's appropriate that the city and the property owner come to terms of an easement agreement that would be recorded against the property. And this resolution specifically addresses this separate easement.
Thank you. Anybody? Any questions? Councilmember Nelson, Councilmember Smith, anybody? If not, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve R 2025-028. Thank you, Councilmember Williams. Councilmember Nelson, thank you. Any other comments, concerns, questions? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to public comment towards the end of the meeting here. So we will begin as always with reports, not public comment. Oh, I'm sorry. Reports and items of appreciation. Council members, this is your opportunity to share what's going on in the community, what's going on with your commissions, and we will start with Councilmember Nelson.
Okay. I don't have anything to report.
And that's okay.
Okay.
Councilmember Schluter.
I attended a Region 9 Economic Development meeting on the 16th. Attended the EDA special meeting and tour of Maven on the 17th and a regular meeting today. Also attended the 4th Street Project open house on the 17th. I want to put a thank you out to City Engineer Pete Bang for the very informative presentation. It was a very good turnout. Upcoming, I have another Region 9 meeting on the 6th and a Planning Commission meeting on the 8th. And that's it.
Thank you. Councilmember Wendy Smith.
Hey there, I attended an HRA meeting, I don't know if it was last week or the week before. I also attended the 4th Street Construction Open House, and I would like to thank all those that put that on. It was very informative, and I thought it was a very good presentation, and was glad to see a lot of residents there. I hope to see everybody at the dog park tomorrow for the Arbor Day celebration. That's it.
Thank you. Moving on to Councilmember Sullivan. Nothing tonight. And Councilmember Williams.
I attended HRA meeting, also attended the hospital board meeting. Things are going well there. I also like to thank Treasures in Town for the multi-grant awards that they had, totaling over 70,000 in grants to local establishments within the communities of both Sueur and Henderson. Also compliment the notables and the gifted individuals that we had putting on that presentation. They did a very nice job with their concert. I really enjoyed that. And Pioneer Power, always brings rain and mud and people, and so it's good to see that much traffic in town, as much as it was a pain, but it's good. That's all I have.
Thank you. I have nothing to share tonight. I hope you get a good turnout for the tree planting tomorrow, Wendy, so I wish you well with that. I'll be out of town. I won't be able to attend. With that, we will entertain a motion to close tonight's, you want to help us out with this?
If I may, I'll just talk through the process.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor. Okay. At this time, the city council will prepare to enter into closed meeting pursuant to Minnesota statute subsection 13D.05 subdivision 3 to discuss city administrators and performance evaluation. From a process standpoint, here's how this generally runs. It would be appropriate for someone to make a motion and then a second to enter into closed meeting. If that motion passes, the meeting will be closed to the public. Reminder, no votes may be taken while in closed meeting. The closed meeting may be reopened by consensus. Following the reopening of the meeting, a brief summary of the discussion will be shared by the mayor. And then any subsequent motions that come out of discussion in a closed meeting may be considered once the meeting is open.
Thank you, Mr. Roby. Appreciate your input on that. So for that, we'll move ahead with our process with the city administrator's review, and we'll start by entertaining a motion to close the meeting at this session at this time.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Councilmember Williams, seconded by Councilmember Sullivan. Any other discussion, comments, concerns? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The ayes have it. This meeting is now moved into a closed session. Okay, welcome back, everybody. The city council has completed their closed session employment review of our city administrator, Mr. Roby. With that said, we are going to move into a session where we're going to vote on his wage compensation. Before we do, is there anything I'm missing, Mr. Roby, as far as technicalities on how we proceed ahead?
No, Mr. Mayor, you're free to entertain any motions from city council at this time.
Okay, the first one I would like to cover is, and I don't know if there's any special order of this, I'd like to talk about your employment contract first. I make a motion that this is, would go out to our council. They'll review your contract from the last term that you had with us, and if there's any drastic changes we might want to make, well, that we will reach out to our HR director, Stacy Lawrence, and share any changes with her. You're going to maybe share any thoughts you have with her also. We'll have our legal counsel review it, and then it'll be a next session's, our next meeting's packet, and we will vote on it then. That is my motion. I know it's a rather long one. So with the employment contract, we will review it between now and next meeting, and it'll be in your next packet, and we will vote on it then. That is my motion.
But I'd look for an amendment because we can't review it between now and then and have it prepared by the next meeting. So give a deadline to have it reviewed by, so Stacy can send it off to legal.
Can that be sent out to the council before everybody? Well, I mean, we're gonna review what we had last, and with any changes, we'll reach out to her.
Right, so set a deadline.
Okay. I would like to make a deadline that you have an opportunity to review this contract for 1 week. And if you don't reach out to Stacy Lawrence within a week, you're gonna send it on to legal after visiting Mr. Roby, and it'll appear in your packet next meeting. So.
I will second that.
Thank you very much. So the motion's been made, it's been seconded. Any other comments, concerns? Thoughts? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The ayes have it. So council members, you have a week to kind of review this existing contract we have with our city administrator. Reach out to Stacy Lawrence before May, whatever date that is, 1 week from now.
May 5th.
Before May 5th, and after that, it'll go on to be reviewed by our legal. Thank you. Next order of business, moving on to the compensation raise for our city administrator. After much thought with the personnel and budget, after visiting in closed session with the rest of the council, and after a pretty healthy discussion on his wage, other compensations, I'm going to entertain a motion, and then what I would look for is somebody to second it, that we award Mr. Roby, our city administrator, a 5.1% increase, which would move his salary to $148,846.36.
I second it.
Seconded by Councilmember Williams. Any other discussion? Comments? Concerns? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. And with that, I would like to entertain a motion to close this meeting.
I'll make a motion to
Thank you,
adjourn.
Councilmember Sullivan.
Second.
Thank you, Councilmember Nelson. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? The ayes have it.